Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here today with a very special guest. If you're familiar with MTN, you might recognize him. He's probably the only person who's ever been on all three channels at the same time. Please welcome Toblerone Shinobi. Welcome.
Thank you. Indeed, it is an honor and my singular pleasure to be here.
So we haven't seen you for a few years. I think it was the mayoral election that last time we heard from you. What have you been up to?
The election was in 2005. Shortly thereafter, I was appointed spiritual mayor of Minneapolis in a dream that came to me. I still wear R.T. Ryback's pelt under my nose to sniff my enemy. Since then, I have been mainly in my panic room, observing Minneapolis from afar via mini cameras and satellite systems, making decisions and lists about what needs to be done. I am in that delightful sunflower husk, relaxing the days along.
So what have you learned about Minneapolis during your studies from your panic room?
I have learned a lot about myself, actually. I stay there, and you learn a lot by yourself in a panic room all those years. You discover you don't know where your shoes are. You think about all the things that are wrong in this city because, as they say in Valhalla, there is a lot of Ryback's butthole grease to sap from this city. The work is not over. So many of these problems could be solved with one thing. Say it for me.
Ryback's butt grease?
A time machine.
A time machine. That was my second guess, was going to be a time machine. So who are you supporting to be the next president of the United States of America?
The most disappointing thing about you is how I have to look at you.
I'm sorry. I was born like this.
Lesbians have their reasons for liking Xena the warrior princess, and I have mine when it comes to Hercules and Aeolus.
What are your feelings on Hercules and Aeolus?
I will rewatch that program. I will see that one twice.
So when you shake someone's hand, do you do it at the elbow, like Hercules and Aeolus?
I prefer not to touch people. I will have a friend, or more likely, a slave, shake hands for me. They do the touching, I do the thinking.
It's a good system you got there.
It is so good to be back in the desiccated hull of the sunken ship that is MTN, with their hapless and intrepid crew that seems to believe water is the guest of honor.
They actually did finally get a water machine. It only took about a year. They got a water machine out there. It makes water, but I think the bottle's empty, so...
It is about time, because I am thirsty. When I look back and think about how I abducted the penis of the body politic out of Ryback's mouth, how I slapped that office out of his mouth, how I ascended, I cannot believe the city of Minneapolis decided to do themselves wrong twice with that B.H. Betsy Hodges.
So you're not a fan of Betsy Hodges either, huh?
I do not care for this service dog. We were not disabled until you came along.
So, you know, you were appointed the spiritual mayor of Minneapolis. Is that a lifetime term? Are you still serving?
Yes, it is always good to be at the cross-section of my heart in this city.
And that's where we are? Or that's...
As long as it takes me, I am here for all of you, always. Spell my name.
T-O...
Terrific.
O...
Original.
B...
Boisterous.
L...
Leadership.
E...
Exquisite.
R...
Repertoire.
O...
Original.
N...
That one I'm still working on. There is a discussion.
E...
Excellent.
S...
Supposedly.
H...
Hybrid.
So a hybrid. Okay, so that's like a hybrid of hybrid and bridge. I...
Internet.
N...
Never.
O...
Original.
That's the second original, folks, ladies and gentlemen. B...
Probably.
I...
I should let you know that there is no ending I in my Twitter handle. It
Oh.
is TOBLERONESHINOB.
Oh.
The only is I is you looking it up.
I got it. The I is silent and also invisible.
Toblerone Shinobi.
That's how they say it in Japan. So, how does Betsy Hodges compare to R.T. Ryback to you?
I do not really care about Betsy Hodges, nor do I care for her. I'm going to let that pariah of this city take my sloppy seconds. You know, of course, of whom I speak. L.A. Nick. Let the scum handle the shower. You know, let them get together in a big, greasy, gross mess. Let them spasmodically stream an unusual and disgusting coitus of bizarre political entertainment lovemaking as we ride to Hell's Gate before somebody sabotages and hopefully hijacks the reins from her eely fingers. I'm going to change what is going on as soon as I am done watching that sideshow. He disgusts me.
You know, I would really like to see cage match. Toblerone Shinobi versus L.A. Nick. You got the spiritual mayor of Minneapolis versus the alleged, self-proclaimed mayor of Minneapolis after dark. And the thing about that is the only time I've ever seen L.A. Nick is during the day when it's light out. So what's up with that, L.A. Nick? What do you think you would do to him? You get in the squared circle, L.A. Nick, put a cage around you guys. What's going to happen?
I would tell L.A. Nick to get out of the park unless he wants to play ball. He needs to go home to L.A. He has to survive the cage of his own mind. His mind-forged manacles already have made him into a loser with those prefix initials of another city. Go home.
I bet he's not even from L.A., actually. I bet he's from, like, Virginia or something. A little weasel.
Bring me the head of L.A. Nick, and I will restore the life of Prince.
Whoa. Whoa. We got a game changer going on here. I don't see how that would work, but we have to try. Rest in peace, Prince. Well, I think he's got a call.
I am making a tweet.
I haven't seen you have a tweet in a long time, so ladies and gentlemen, this is a big deal. We're getting a live tweet done on the show. You know, you're not going to see this anywhere else. They might show you a Twitter wall. They might say, hey, look, this some random idiot from Cleveland tweeted about something that's in the news, so we're going to show it to you. Yeah, you might see that on CNN. You're not going to see someone making a tweet live on the air. That's just something we give you special here at And Now It's. Is it a cool
Another
tweet?
successful tweet.
Is it a cool tweet?
It says, "Bring me the head of L.A. Nick, and I will restore the life of Prince."
Oh, so it's the same thing that you just said.
I tried to capture the ideas as they glide past my mind's window.
Sure.
I generally walk to generate ideas. I like to scratch the giant's head. How did you come up with the name of this television program? What is it again?
And now it's...
Did that come second to Untitled or the L.A. Nick Show?
L.A. Nick Show was in the running, I won't lie. It was a suggestion from one of our cast members, Joe Rilla, Joe Lipscomb, and I liked it.
Because you seem like you belong in television, host.
I do. I thank you for that compliment. I've been working on my TV character for years. I think I'm becoming a natural, as you can tell by the way I'm talking right now.
I am sorry that I do not use your name, but I am not accustomed to saying the names of people I like.
Well, when I'm in the presence of the spiritual mayor of Minneapolis, that's thanks enough. You don't need to know my name. You don't need to say my name.
You already possess the ability to say the most popular word on television all of the time, and that word is I am amazed you squeeze any content into this thing at all.
Between my uhs and I like content.
Here is my impression of host. Who am I talking about? I think we all know I am only part of your collective consciousness. I am only the fingerprint that opens up your iPhone. I am talking about none other than, say your name.
Host. Okay, it's Bobby Kahn.
I have another impression for you.
Let's hear it.
Who am I?
You are Kevin Garnett.
That is incorrect, but thank you. Perhaps I don't look like a thin-skinned skeleton pervert, and that is why you do not realize I am not L.A. Nick. This is a reserved sign from 7 Sushi. I thought that was a giveaway.
It was reserved for you.
It is reserved for L.A. Nick, but not anymore. I get so excited when I make threats. This is what I'm going to do to you, L.A. Nick, once you're done weakening my other enemy, Betsy Hodges. Let the pieces fall, one after the other, like dominoes. It's a game I like to play. It's a pizza host likes to eat. And we can do it together with my time machine. We can bring Prince back. We can kill and lop off the 1%, and like most mold that it grows on the fruit of my loins, I will cut off an additional 2 or 3% to stop the pox. And when you look down at my continuously withered and whittled potency, you will realize it doesn't matter the size or what it looks like when you are still gas-guzzling my Hemi-powered heritage.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Sometimes I believe the police cars in Minneapolis are a simulacrum of the fear of the white officers. There is a white stripe that is surrounded by black. I feel like they are constantly in fear. I feel like they are surrounded, and when they apprehend an African American, they try to take them through the white door and change them. I think this is a bad instinct. I do not think you should broadcast your emotional fears on the vehicle of your racism, because when I am surrounded by black people, I like to dance.
Me too. Did you make it down to First Ave for the Prince party?
I watched it from a Megatron.
How did it look to you?
I think islands. I am doing the impossible. It looked purple, and I loved it.
Me too.
It is a shame what Betsy Hodges did to Prince.
I agree. I mean, I wish she didn't do that, but...
We are one time machine away from a new album. I can find my shoes again. I can get every concubine from the harem of my life and take them on simultaneous dates at different restaurants, careful not to cross my own path, so that everyone can be obliviated and experience the full epicenter of my lovemaking at one time. My God, what will happen to this city? I am not like all the other crocuses in the field, because when I crow, I do not cuss.
What a gentleman.
Indeed. It has been great to be here for your Toblerone baptismal. Hold the phone, it's Toblerone Shinobi. I will see you on Twitter.
All right, once again, Toblerone Shinobi. Look for him on Twitter. There's no I at the end of Shinobi. You can see the tweet that he just made, and there goes our microphone. I hope you can still hear this somehow, because that was our only microphone that we had, and you probably can't hear me right now, so God, that was just so cool. That was probably the coolest interview I ever did. That was such an honor to have Toblerone here in the studio. I just wish you could hear this part. Oh.
Are you finished?
Yeah, I'm done.
If you don't mind, turn off the lights so I can explore the reticulated mineshaft of my bowels. Good night.
Good night.
All right.
All right, that's good.
That was exhausting.